Hello guys, this is Anindita. I am currently a second year student at LSR College for Women, University of Delhi. A little bit about myself. I did my schooling from Pragjyotikan English School, followed by HS and Humanities from again Pragjyotikan Junior College. Then I went on to do BA Honours in Economics from LSR College for Women, University of Delhi with a minor in Mathematics. Now, from the little bit of experiences that I have had so far as a student of humanities and what I have seen from my seniors, my teachers, my professors, or my mentors, I am here to, brief you a little about the various career prospects that we can have as a student of humanities. But before, jumping into the topic that I'm here to talk about, I want to touch upon another point which often crossed my mind, while talking to the juniors, especially regarding the streams that I want to choose right after 10th. Now, it is not only in Assam, but I would say it's a predominantly widespread conventional practice across India to advise the students to take science right after 10th. Now, it is understood that, teachers and parents, they really want a good, secure future for the students, or maybe because of the lack of awareness regarding the various career prospects in the field of humanities, or whatever reasons it may be. But I can say there are hundreds of anecdotal evidences of not letting students to take humanities, and rather they are forced to take science just in the hope of having a bright future. But I think that one thing we all need to understand and we all need to internalize while choosing a particular stream is, I think, interest. Because choosing a particular stream is not just to study 11 and 12 and then get a few marks in 12. But I think a stream that you choose after 10th is going to decide who you will be in future. It's going to be the determinant of the career that you are going to be for your entire life. So by choosing a stream, by choosing the subjects in which you barely have an interest, no doubt you will be able to get a job, you'll be able to earn a livelihood by working hard, but I don't think it would be something that you would eagerly look up to every morning while starting your day. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not asking you to take science, or I'm not asking you to take humanities or commerce for that matter. But the point is that choose the stream in which you really have an interest. Because, choose a stream where you can happily invest 5-6 years of your life, studying, researching on the fundamental questions, the fundamental theories pertaining to that particular subject. Choose a stream, where you don't have to really push yourself to study every evening. Rather, choose a stream where the contents of the subject matter should be such that it should drive you to the study table every evening. And the world is changing, the economy is changing, the demands of the economy are changing. So, and when I say this, trust me, I've seen students from all sorts of humanities background, political science, sociology, history, journalism, law, including economics, and when these people are strategizing on what they want, on their goals and working hard on it, I don't think I have never seen any paucity of job or lack of jobs for people from the stream of humanities. It's not about the subject, it's about how you are contributing to that particular subject. And I don't think if you don't have an interest in a particular subject, you'll not be able to contribute it to that particular field. And think about it, how you're doing justice to that particular subject where you can't contribute anything from your side, right? So, and the point of saying all this is it's just that choose a stream, understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses, and then choose a stream in which you have a real, natural, genuine interest. Now, coming on to the various career prospects that we can have as a student of humanities, I would say, but before going into that, I would just clarify, I think I should clarify on a particular point that Since I have been a student of Delhi University for the past 2 years, and right after 12th, I went there. So, most of the information that I'll be giving you are related to the universities, to the most of the colleges in Delhi University, and also the institutes which are in Delhi and other parts of India. Uh, Obviously, we know that the colleges, right from Cotton College, B. Borua College to Jagannath Borua College, and for masters we have Guwahati University, Dibrugarh University, or Assam University. All these institutes are premier institutes across Assam. But I think I am since I don't have much idea on regarding which colleges offers or which colleges are good for which particular courses. So I don't think I am the right person to comment and give you information on that. So most of the information that I'll be giving are to a large extent related to Delhi University and the colleges in Delhi and other parts of India. I'll quickly touch upon a few institutes or few colleges and universities which are very reputed and sought after colleges for all the courses of humanities. In Delhi University, there are nearly more than 65 colleges in Delhi University, but the most sought after colleges for almost all the courses, right, from economics to political science, sociology, history, journalism, English, etc., etc. The colleges, the most sought after colleges are mostly, obviously, Stephens, Lady Shriram College for Women, SRCC, Shriram College of Commerce, which is the college is very, very extremely good, in fact, for BCom honors and economics. Then obviously we have Hindu College, Miranda House, etc., etc. Apart from that, for masters, we have obviously JNU. For all the courses of humanities, we have JNU. We have Ambedkar University. We have TIS. TIS is not in Delhi. Tata Institute of Social Science. Sorry. TIS is in Mumbai. So, and all these colleges are very reputed colleges for almost all the courses in the field of humanities. So far as, since I'm a student of economics, and I'll be able to guide you better regarding the institutes which are good for economics. So again, for undergrad courses, the colleges that I have mentioned, those are very, very good colleges for economics as well. So far as masters is concerned, I would say again, JNU is well known for its qualitative courses in economics. And definitely, I don't think I have to say something specific about JNU because we all know the current finance minister, the current minister for external affairs, Mr. Jaishankar, and then Dr. Abhijit Banerjee, the Nobel Prize winner in the field of economics. Then we have Dr. Jayati Ghosh. All these well-known, reputed economists of India are from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Then for quantitative economics, we have Delhi School of Economics, which is again the most reputed and sought after college in the field of economics. We have also IIT Delhi and IIT Madras. They offer very good courses. The course structure of economics that IIT Madras and IIT Delhi provides are very, very good. And for placements and everything, these quantitative institutes like JNU like DAC, Delhi School of Economics, or IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, all these institutes are extremely good so far as placement scenario is concerned. Now, this was briefly about the institutes, but I want to now talk about actually the career prospects that we have in the field of humanities. Now, the first career prospect, which is obviously also very common and most of the students do prefer to go, is research related or academics. So when I say academics, the first thing that comes to our mind is obviously to go in the teaching line, be a professor, which is obviously very dignified job, very good, well-paid job. But when I say research related, I'm talking about doing a job in a research related institute, in a think tank. So for the students of 8 and 9, I want to describe a little what think tanks are all about. So think tanks, maybe think tanks sometimes are government sponsored think tanks, or sometimes they are non-government sponsored think tanks. So these think tanks basically do extensive research on various important topics like education, like health, like agriculture, like social issues like gender, children, child development, or various economic related issues. These are very large institutes from where they select students, from where they select researchers to go into various states of India, or sometimes abroad also, to study the ground level scenario of different sectors, right from education, as I've already mentioned, different sectors. And the research they do is often helps the government in making policies on all these various sectors like education, like health, gender related, or social and economic issues, even political issues. So these research institutes, are a very they are also good for internships, about which I'll talk later. But these are, the jobs in the research institutes are very well-reputed, well-paid jobs, where you can actually learn a lot throughout your entire life, and you will learn that how government policy making take place. Government policy making take place because these institutes also give you an understanding of how you actually make policies. We students in 11th and 12th, or in after 12th, you'll get to learn about different types of schemes that a government comes up with. Say very, let's say any scheme, economics, food related scheme, rationing, or it may be related to Jan Dhan, it may be related to Awas Yojana, anything. But these are the outcomes, right? But how do you actually formulate the schemes? Eta particular scheme, eta particular policy ulia bole, prokitote ki kaam koribo lage, how they work, on what type of information they form these policies, how these policies are actually going to benefit the people. All these things are actually, properly researched on in this particular research institutes. I'm just referring to a few topics, but it can be any topic in any field relating to political science, economics, sociology, gender, etc. So yeah, think tanks is I think one of the most sought after nowadays jobs or career prospect for the students of humanities. Then the next career aspect in the field of humanities is the corporate sector, obviously. So I am not very sure regarding how good the corporates, the placement scenario is in the colleges of Assam. In the colleges of Assam, in humanities, for the students from the humanities background. But in the colleges of Delhi University, a lot of companies regularly every year they visit the companies, and these are top level multinational companies. To name a few, we have McKinsey, we have Bain, we have Google, we have Bank of America, we have American Express, so on and so forth. And now here's a very interesting thing. So normally what as students we think is that, because before going to Delhi University, I also used to think that from it would be difficult for me as a student from humanities background to get a job in one of this top level, or in the corporate sector, or in any top level multinational company. But after going to Delhi University, I got to realize that the career prospects I don't think is any less for the students of humanities. In fact, most of these companies that I have mentioned, which come to the colleges of DU, the top level colleges of DU, these companies, they keep the placements offer open for all the students from all the backgrounds. And in fact, I have my seniors, I have my mentors from all the backgrounds of English, even English, from political science, from journalism, from sociology. These people are getting these placement offers. The way the economic students are getting, the way the become honor students are getting easily, these students who work hard, who have a good curriculum vitae, a good working experience internships. I'm referring to internships, about which I'll talk a little later. But these companies are keeping placements over for everyone open, and if you prepare yourself well, if you know what would be the demands of that particular of a particular company or the corporate sector, and you prepare yourself in that way, I think it's not a tough job to get a placement offer from any of the reputed top level multinational companies. Now, also, secondly, to substantiate what I told you guys, that students from all sorts of backgrounds, from humanities backgrounds, can get job. I actually want to give you an example of one of my very close seniors. She is in fact a girl from Assam. She is from Guwahati, and she did her schooling, she did her HS from Assam itself, and after that, she is a political science student in LSR College. She strategized, she knew what she wanted to do, and she strategized that in a way that, despite from being a political science background, from a humanities background, she got jobs in all sorts of, she got internships and also job offers from varied backgrounds, from corporate sector, from research institutes. So what she did was that, initially, while in college in the first year and second year, she applied for internships in Assam itself, in Assam State Women's Commission. And then she went on to do an internship in one of the ministries of the government of India. Then she did another internship in Brookings. Brookings is a think tank, as I've already mentioned about think tanks and research institutes. So Brookings is a very, very top level research institute, and she worked as an intern over there on foreign policy making. And interestingly, later on, she got an internship in one of the risk firm, which you call as control risk firm in the corporate sector. So the point I'm trying to make by giving her example is that you don't need anything extraordinary to get a job to get a good job in the corporate sector after studying humanities. The point is that how you prepare yourself, how you do. You know that you are from humanities background. It might be difficult for you if you are made to sit with a student from science background, from a reputed institute. It might be a little difficult, but the thing is that it's not impossible. If you know where you have to go and how, what are the requirements for that particular job or for that particular internship, for that particular post, you just have to gather the resources, you have to gain the working experiences, and you are good to go. You will get that job. And interestingly, that girl I'm talking about, she is now got a very good offer in one of the top level think tanks from Bangladesh, with a very, very good salary package. So these are the examples. Then again, I also have one of my seniors. It's often said that, like, the companies like Google and all, they do not take students from humanities background, but I think it's a complete myth, because one of my seniors, she is from economics. She did an internship in Google. In fact, a lot of these companies, they give internship offers to the students of Delhi University. And that girl, she got an internship offer from Google, and later on she got a job offer from Google. Currently, she is working in Google. So I don't think that, coming from a humanities background is in any way obstacle in getting a job in the kind of job that you want in the corporate sector. It's not a obstacle. It's not a hindrance to get the job that you want. Then, okay, this was about how you get jobs, corporate jobs, right after your graduation. But sometimes you might also want to carry on. Sometimes you may also want to carry on with higher studies. So a lot of the students, especially from economics, they also from other backgrounds, no doubt, but most of the students from economics, I have seen that they opt for they offer a corporate job later, and hence they also want to do MBA. So right after college, they clear the CAT exams. I have seniors who have cleared CAT exams, and they have got into IIMs in different parts of the country. So yeah, if you want a good job in the finance sector, in the marketing sector, marketing department, or in HR, definitely you can offer an MBA. You just have to clear the CAT exam, and there is no particular background. There's no particular stream that is mandatory to sit for the CAT exam. You can sit from humanities, you can sit from science or from commerce, and students from humanities. I know a lot of students who have cleared CAT exam, with proper preparation, and they are in top level IIMs across the country, and a lot of them are also in colleges abroad, like in Columbia University or in London School of Economics. In fact, I'd like to say that a lot of the students who go from these small states to let's say to do a BA honors in economics in Delhi University, right after that the students get good offers from good colleges, scholarship offers from good colleges like London School of Economics, where they can do their masters, and from there on they can either choose for a career. There are good placement scenarios, very good placement scenarios in all those colleges abroad. And also, if you want to choose a career in research or let's say academics, then you are good to go. You will get very good placement offers in different fields from all these colleges abroad. And the last career not last, but this is one of the most sought after career prospects after studying humanities is obviously UPSC. The edge that the students from humanities have in to sit for the UPSC exam and clear it is that the student of humanities, we naturally have an understanding of how to write answers, because UPSC, right after preliminary examination, you have to write the mains examination, where all the papers are very, very descriptive. Right from your optional paper to your general studies paper to the essay paper that you have, all these papers are very, very descriptive, and you need to have an understanding of how to go about in writing answers. And if you come from a humanities background, it would be, answer writing is something which comes naturally to you. It's not something that you have to practice. Obviously, for the content we have to study, but for answer writing, it naturally comes to you, because we have that habit of writing answers. So that is one of the foremost benefit if you want to sit for UPSC or APSC for that matter, or some public service background, is always a benefit for you. Secondly, especially for the students who want to study political science, or who want to study sociology, or let's say history, again, UPSC is a very good career prospect for you guys, because let's say I'm a student of economics. How economics is going to help me in UPSC? That I can choose the optional paper. I can choose economics as my optional paper, and whatever I have studied in my graduation, that is going to help me in writing the optional paper. But how the students of political science or sociology have benefit to a larger extent is that you can choose political science, you can choose history or sociology as the optional paper. Apart from that, you guys also have a lot of portions overlapping in the other papers of like general studies or essay paper of UPSC with the course content that you have already studied in college. So you don't really have to repeat all the things, because you have already done those portions or those sociology things or those sociology concepts or political science concepts in college itself, and now you just have to brush up, and you are you'll be able to write those questions in other papers of UPSC very well. So that's where I think that if you have sociology, if you have political science in college, it's going to give you a lot of advantage if you sit for UPSC. And the last thing, I also feel how political science and sociology specifically, they help, how political science and sociology help UPSC aspirants is that UPSC, obviously, the answers have to be given from various aspects. If you listen to the toppers, if you listen to those who have cleared IAS or who have cleared UPSC, you will be able to understand that though the answers require the right dimensions, but a dimension from social aspect, a dimension, a political aspect of your answer, a social, a social, let's say an issue of gender or an issue of education or health, when you give a social aspect to that answer, a social dimension to that answer, it helps you a lot in developing the structure of the answers that you write. And these are not something that you will have to, definitely you have to read a lot before sitting for UPSC, but all these things you will naturally learn during your college when we'll be studying your course content or your college content, college syllabus. So that's where I think UPSC, and especially political science and international relations, are very, very beneficial and act as an advantage if you want to opt for foreign service through UPSC. So I think that UPSC is a very good career aspect, prospect for, for the students of humanities in general, and for the students of political science, sociology, history in particular. And lastly, I want to cover a little about internship opportunities. Now, I don't have much idea about how, to what extent internships are popular in Assam, or especially among the students of humanities. But as a student who has been studying outside Assam for 2 years, I can say for a fact that students from humanities background, they work a lot to get learning experiences, varied working experiences by working in different internship offers that they get. Now, as a student of humanities, where should we apply for internship? Because we need to understand that internship is going to be a launch pad for your career. What you want to become in future, you have to start from internships or working experiences itself, right? So let's say you want to go into research related or research institute. So what you can do during your college days is that you can apply for internships offers in different types of think tanks. As I've already mentioned, that Center for Civil Society, Center for Policy Research, Center Observer Research Foundation, Brookings, this type of institutes, they take students. It's not mandatory that you have to do your graduation from a college outside Assam to apply to this institute. You can apply from anywhere. But the thing is that you need to have your CV, curriculum vitae, your marks in 12th, your your extracurricular activities, or your writing, whatever you write, the language and everything should be strong enough to apply for this think tanks. But at the end of the day, these think tanks do take a lot of students, and you can get to learn a lot in these think tanks. And normally it happens that if you properly do internship for, let's say, 2 to 6 months in these think tanks, and after that you have you do your masters, you do your if PhD, then later on people get job offers from this internship, from this think tanks, if you have prior working experience or internship experience in these think tanks. So think tanks help you a lot. You can you can apply for the internships which are offered by these think tanks, and every year they offer, in fact 2 times a year, winter and summer, they offer internships opportunities for the students. Then again, if you want to work as an intern in Assam, you have Assam State's Women's Commission. And if someone is interested in law, then definitely they can opt for Assam Human Rights Commission. Both of these organizations, you can work in Guwahati, because I worked in Assam State's Women's Commission last year, and they keep on offering internship opportunities every year for the students. So you can definitely offer offer all the opportunities that these organizations provide. And secondly, you can also intern in the corporate firms. Normally what happens that in Delhi University, the corporate firms, they send internship offers to the students, and a lot of time it happens that they work as interns in these institutes, and later on job offers are also given. Like I told you that the girl who worked in Google, and she actually was working as an intern, and later on she got a job offer from them. Similarly, last year a student from Department of Economics, she worked in Bank of America as an intern for 2 months. Later on, she got a job offer from Bank of America with a package of 37 lakhs per annum. So I think that's why I say that these internship opportunities are a great launch pad for the students, who want to go into the corporate sector, or any sector for that matter. And then also this is another, internship opportunity, sought after internship opportunity that most students want to do is internships in ministries. So in the ministries, I mean, right from Ministry of Finance to Ministry of External Affairs to Ministry of Women and Child Development, all these ministries, they offer internships, offer everywhere to the undergraduate students also. So while in college, you can definitely apply for these internships, and you can get first-hand experience of how government policy making or how working with the government feels like. Now, the thing is that one need not be extraordinary or extremely talented or should have a very strong CV to get into any of these internships in ministries. It's just that your whatever you have done in the past, your achievements should be strong enough, and if you qualify, if you meet their criteria, then you can definitely apply online. The forms are there available online every year. You can submit the forms online, and if you meet their eligibility criteria, you'll be able to get the internships offers. It's not that tough. So that's it for now. I tried covering all the points that crossed my mind in a very short span of time in which I had to make this video. And in case you guys have any queries, any questions, you can definitely reach out to me through this channel. And I hope I was able to help you a little in in understanding the various career prospects in the field of humanities. I'm just a second year student. I have much to explore. I still don't know much about the various career prospects that we can have. But whatever information that I have gathered so far, after going to Delhi University and after meeting my professors, my mentors, my seniors, with all those information, I wanted to help you a little. So yes, best wishes to all, and good luck. Thank you.